Hi everyone, I am Rose Manuel. Today, I would like you to know that for me, the good leader of our country is Andres Bonifacio. So, because he was the revolutionary who organized and started open rebellion against Spanish colonialism. So he was also the first national leader of the Philippines. Revolution, other rebel leaders and their groups were joined together with Bonifacio. So for additional strength, so they typical power struggle and involved with Bonifacio losing. He was ultimately murdered or executed by rebels. So today, many consider him as a national hero and father of Philippines. So, the characteristic of Andres Bonifacio is optimistic attitude and strong sense of responsibility. Andres Bonifacio was barely 14 years old when they were orphaned. Without any hesitation, no, he assumed the responsibility of raising her younger siblings. So in order to meet the daily needs of their family, he he also engaged in making and feeding of paper fans and wooden cans. So despite the fact that he cannot afford a formal education for himself, it did not prevent him from seeking knowledge by reading during his free time. So Bonifacio's life was not uncommon. So since there was several Filipino children orphaned at the young age, now what was uncommon about himself was having the optimistic attitude and strong sense of responsibility. After the death of their parents, instead of crying over spilt milk, he he rose on his feet and worked hard to raise his younger brothers and sisters. So this proved by one's age. So it is a matter of learning how to how to act, rationalize, and decide correctly despite overwhelming burdens and pressures. So Bonifacio has shown high regard for education, and despite his meager status, he he engaged her reading books written in Tagalog and Spanish. So Filipinos should realize that even at present, a recommendable and reading habit is very important in enriching minds and in making oneself productive and competent. So, next is value to work and virtue of not wasting time. So, while working as clerk for Fleming and Company, Bonifacio also worked as poster maker to augment his income. So, in this early phase of 1896, he shifted to another English company known as Frissons. So, company where he is worked as an agent. So, dignity of their work, just like Bonifacio, both deliver efficiently and effectively. So if workers are more time-oriented and hardworking, the development and progress of the Philippines will not be impossible, for time is not wasted mere for standing, gossiping, and image building, but more on directing services and fulfillment of duties for betterment of the society. So, third is the social responsiveness. So just like other other angel of his time, Bonifacio felt the social malaise as a result of oppressive Spanish colonial administration. So to make fellow Filipino aware that the real condition of our country, he he sold revolutionary leaflets near the University of Santo Tomas. He also joined the La Liga Filipina when it was founded by Jose Rizal on July 3, 1892. Unfortunately, the Lega Filipina died down after the imprisonment of Rizal in Dapitan. So Bonifacio founded the Katipunan on July 7, 1892 in an aim to gain independence from Spain. So through the said act, Bonifacio actively responded to the call of the time to make a change. So fourth is patriotism and love for his native language. So when the Kalayaan, the official organ of the Katipunan, no, is writing by Bonifacio such as ang dapat mabatid ng mga Tagalog and pag-ibig na tinubuang lupa were included. Bonifacio encouraged the use of vernacular in the association and opted to write in Tagalog and to show patriotism and love for his native language. So fifth is humility. Through most of these characters portray Bonifacio as arrogant, so this can be belied by anecdotes involving him as Emilio Jacinto teaching of the Katipunan. But soon after, Jacinto came up with mga aral na Katipunan to which Bonifacio found to be superior to his own. Thus, he promptly withdrew the eulogy and ordered the adoption of Jacinto works such was humility as a man. In March 1897, a convention of Tejeros named Aguinaldo, rather than Bonifacio, president of a new Philippines Republic, refusing to recognize the convention, Bonifacio tried to establish his own rebel government. And in April 1897, Aguinaldo had Bonifacio arrested and tried for treason. He was executed by a firing squad. That's all about Andres Bonifacio.